Good morning, collective. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. This is going to be your daily reading for September. I knew the date this morning. September 20. Hold on. 28th. Today's the 28th. I have to remember it by dates that mean something to me, otherwise I forget. I'm awful about that. So I hope you guys are doing well today. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please do so. It helps circulate the channel, and it also is going to give you guys notifications each time a video gets posted. So we're going to do the collective reading. I'm in the process of getting Aries out, so all of the October stuff is working its way through, and we're going to get that out to each and every one of you. So let's see what's going on today. I got chills. Like, I don't know what I got this cold feeling all of a sudden once I got on here. Guys, know this is a daily collective, so this may or may not resonate for you all. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, this message is just not for you at this time. Check back, and on as far as the readings for the signs and such, remember to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus as well. You may find that other messages resonate better for you at a given time, depending on what's going on in the world around us. All right, so Spirit for the collective today, please. What is the collective message? I feel like somebody's dealing with some nervousness. All right. Spirit's saying 2 cards. Okay. First one is prosperity. 23 dynamic. So read these off to you. I'll show you. I love these. This is a sacred geometry deck. I love these. They're beautiful. They're amazing cards. So, and I apologize if you hear the dryer in the background. No clean clothes, I don't go out in public, right? So there we go. All right, so prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe has provided. To me, guys, that's really about being thankful, very open. When we're present and aware, we realize like the gratitude of the things that we have. Like, we're already prosperous. We are better off than we imagine. We tend to let the negative things, bog us down, or we find ourselves in a negative sense. So to me, we're allowing ourselves to step into a freedom of understanding and appreciating all the things that we have rather than what we don't. Not living in a state of lack, because when we feel that we're in a state of lack, we get more lack. We're manifesting that. Good and bad, we manifest that. 23 dynamic. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. To me, learning to be open. Spirit is saying open. Open up, learning to be open, embracing the new, embracing the changes that have taken place. This has been a hell of a year for all of us, I think, in one form or another. And then in dealing with that, like, as long as we allow that heart space, and that's been so big lately, allowing that heart space to be open enough that we're connecting with other people and places around us and things that are new, that we find the beauty in it. Always be discerning. There's that Scorpio in me going, don't trust anybody. But allowing yourself to be open to those familiar things, allowing yourself to discover the new things, and doing it in a space that feels good to you. Just allowing yourself to be in more of a state of openness. So I'm taking that. Good stuff. All right, so let's see what the energy oracle has for us today. Spirit for the collective for 9. What I say it was 9:28. Forget already. Spirit for the collective. All right, they threw us out a couple of these. So we've got a couple different storylines. So I'm actually gonna break this down. I feel like these are all independent, separate energies. I feel like there's a need for that. The underlying energy, victory, success. So let's grab some Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Tarot. I've been really drawn to use these a lot lately. So the first card that we've got out is Door to Romance. Somebody wants to open up. Somebody wants to feel love. Somebody could be feeling love at this time. Kind of feel like for some of you, the heart space has been shut down for some time, maybe starting to open that up. The only thing that catches my eye with this particular card here is the fact that there's like, oh no, the key is there. Let me see. I don't know, maybe you're finally releasing and letting yourself open up. I do feel like this time period that we're going to right now, even though Mercury is still in retrograde and we've got like craziness going on, that it's starting to get easier, that it's starting to the load is starting to lighten. Ace of Cups. Listen, for some of you, there's somebody coming in. Absolutely. You know, and you may be offering this cup. I do feel like this may be a soul connection of some sort. You know, it's like where you've had yourself caged up emotionally, and this can be family, this can be romantic, this could be your kids, this could be anything. So don't place it just solely in romance. That's one thing that with tarot and oracle, people are like, oh, love, love, love. And I'm like, but there's other types of love besides the romantic sense. So pay attention. You know, be discerning of where that's being placed. Don't make something that's not. So to me, blue, that's a flooding of emotions. That's starting to speak your truth about how you're feeling. It's uncaging, the uncaging of that heart space, willing to begin anew, willing to begin to explore opportunity and options. I feel like you've learned a lot of lessons from the past. You may have had, you know, karmic soulmates tied to something, twin flame type of energy perhaps, where you thought things were going to harvest out. And you got the Hangman underneath that. So it's like, I feel like you're teetering on whether or not to do this. Probably a little defensive, a little guarded from that past. And there's that cage, right? Like that cage really stuck out to me. But it's kind of like learning that you can't forever be in that space. And I think Aries, maybe last night when I was doing Aries reading, it kind of came out that way as well. But it's allowing yourself to just be open enough to explore, you know, that dynamic, being willing to explore something that is new without an expectation tied to it. So give me one more card for that. You never a reading without some kind of fuckery. Like there's no getting around it this year. I swear to goodness. There's always like, oh, all these beautiful things. Oh, and by the way, here's this, right? Father of Wands, and then you've got the Five of Swords. You may have somebody around you. You may be dealing with someone who is like, they're not trusting your offers of love, or vice versa, where they feel like you're not opening up enough to them. So, you know, but I also want to say, I don't feel like they've given you enough. You know, like there's their offer, it almost seems conditional to me, for some of you. Like it has to be done this way, or this is the way we need to see things, and it's going to be on their terms. That Father of Wands or the King of Wands lately has really been a card for me that's kind of like ego energy for some reason, and that's kind of how it feels like. And if it's not seen their way on their terms, it's kind of like they're cutting you off to some extent. They're creating a divide that doesn't need to be there. Again, for some of you, new love is coming in, new situations are coming in. You're trying to be open to that, but I feel like you've got somebody around you that is in their head, even though, you know, like they're in their head and they're not seeing things. They may be very stubborn type of energy. Their offers, like, and I feel like you're just trying to like figure things out, trying to like discern and heal through a situation of maybe past disappointments, and you're like, if this is how it's gonna be, then I'm gonna go the other way. It's like a major turnoff for you. So yeah, take that for what it is. I mean, I don't think that their intentions are to be negative, but they are very much about it in their way. So you're gonna have to discern, discernment of how how that fits into your life. And if it feels controlling, Spirit's saying it's not for you. If you feel controlled, it's not for you. All right, so let's move on to this cornucopia card. The Tower. Oh, good gosh. All right. So we got energy of Capricorn, Cancer, and Taurus here. So let's take a look. Spirit is saying your field is clear. So if you're to look out on a vast, like I'm getting this picture of this vast land that everything has been burnt to the ground. And in that, like it's cleared your way for movement forward. It has cleared your way to find that cornucopia energy, to find all things that are good. You know, we're in harvest season. And to me, it is about what seeds you've planted. You know, that Tower comes in, it destroys, it destructs, it clears the way. You're starting completely over. And that Cancer energy, you know, it's time to move forward. That Chariot, moving forward, changing your course of direction, understanding that things did not work as they did. But what I like about this is you've got the Father of Pentacles there. And with that movement forward, to me, it's a good energy. It's a very solid energy of understanding that you are stable on your own. For some of you, I'm hearing new job opportunities as well has come with this. So maybe if you've gotten laid off or got let go, something to that effect. Like this, I feel like for some of you, if it's business related, work related, it came with a lot of disappointment, and it was just like, shit, like how am I going to do this? How am I going to make things work out in the long term? April sticks out to me, in June sticks out to me. So some of you may have experienced these things during those times. But understand that it's created a space of new growth for you. Yeah, you're changed, Six of Wands. Like this is, you're gonna have to start anew. And there's that Daughter of Wands, right? You know, you're starting something new. You were being forced. Like whatever you had going on in the past, it wasn't working anymore. Like you might have gotten pretty complacent. Again, I'm going back, this really seems to be like business work related, that you couldn't get enough traction to get moving forward the way that you needed to. And by this clearing energy that has happened, it's opened you up to new possibilities. And I think for some of you, it's going to be ones you may have completely just changed your job field altogether. Like just done. Like you put in the work, and whether you recognize it or not, Spirit, universe, divine, whatever your faith is in, it was like, listen, you deserve more than this. This is not working for you anymore. You've used this up. It's served its purpose. It was for a season. You went through that season, and now it's time to change course and direction. And I really feel like there's so much beauty that goes beyond where you thought you would be. And I think for some of you right now, you are feeling that victory and success. Like you really are finding people that you can work well with, that maybe you never had that dynamic before, or it was something that you could only envision, like if we all work together as a team, like how awesome this is going to be. And, you know, I feel like you may be finally at a point where you're starting to recognize that. Like things are maybe starting to switch up and calm down and clear up to where you're moving in a more positive direction. The dryer son, I'm so sorry. Time's up for that one, apparently. So I feel like that's good energy. So now we're going to take a look at this indecision card. Oh, all right. There you go. Indecision. She doesn't know what she's doing. You've got the Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Hangman, with the Three of Wands waiting. For some of you, there's a lot of sorrow, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry attached to this situation. You didn't see things grow. Everything feels like it's come to a dead stop. You are really, truly at a crossroads. It's causing mass anxiety. Everything is just like mentally fumbled up. I feel like there's a lot of conflict that surrounds this. To me, this particular, what's coming through from Spirit is family. This is a family issue, a family dynamic. So this could be like in-laws. This could be step parents. I don't know why it seems like slightly removed, but yet a family dynamic. And it's kind of like, I'm just going to sit here and watch because I can't take any more arguing. I can't take any more indecision. Spirit's talking about a family home as well. So, something has happened, something has changed financially, that there's an issue with a family home. This feels like a very specific message. You've got to ask yourself, and I just feel like you're waiting, but I feel like you need to ask yourself, is it worth even the trouble and the anxiety that it's causing, the chaos that it's causing behind the scenes for you? Because it's like, no matter what you do, no matter how you approach this, no matter what direction, it's kind of like dealing with somebody and you could not agree with them. So of course that's going to cause conflict, or you could agree with them and they're still going to tell you you're wrong some way or another. And in that sense, you just can't win. It doesn't matter what you do. There's no winning to it. So you just kind of waiting for your ships to come in, waiting to get up and go. You may be traveling, in regards to this situation, something to that effect. And it's just I don't know how this is going to work out. Now, for others of you, this comes out to, I feel like, starting over in life as well. You don't trust either direction that you're going. Not sure of how to get to where you want to be. And for some of you, I don't feel like you even know what you want. And the thing of it is if you can't decide what you want and you are living in a state of chaos and uncertainty, you're going to get more chaos and uncertainty because you don't have a clear direction. Now, no pressure, right? No stress on how to change that up. But there is a need to understand that as long as you're sitting in this mindset, you're going to have a real hard time getting somewhere else because you don't know where you're going or what you're going to do. So find the things that feel good in life. You will come out of this. I feel like you've got support around you for the most part. You know where you want to be is a successful place. And even for some of you, kind of going back to the original storyline, I guess you could call it this 5 of Wands with this 9 of Swords, it's like somebody's gonna, typically I'd see the 7 of Swords as a win at all costs kind of thing, but it's almost like somebody's constantly trying to one up somebody else. That's ego. That's coming from a place of ego, and that doesn't serve anybody at the end of the day. So I would just be cautious with this energy, but understand too, if you're the one who is sitting there just not knowing what's up, what's to do, what you can do, you've got to get clear. And, living in this space of gratitude, when we talked about the prosperity card, there's something there to be thankful for. There's something there to have gratitude towards, that's going to call in abundance for you. That's going to help clear up and give you, solid direction moving forward. But you cannot stay in that 9 of Swords energy and expect for something to change. So, to me, there's somebody out there this is for that, it's even if you make a list that says, I got out of bed today, I made my bed, I fed myself breakfast, I made a cup of coffee, I got a shower, the most simplest task is going to propel you forward somehow because you're going to find gratitude in that. Hey, I've got hot water that I can shower. Hey, I was able to afford that cup of coffee. Whatever it is, I feel like whatever this is at the pit of your stomach. There's this pit feeling that is so heavy right now. So if you're struggling with something too, and I don't know why I want to say this, but if you're struggling with something, get help. I'm forever a pusher of go get help, go get the right resources, reach out to somebody, even if it's just a talk. I'm hearing coming down. So if you're dealing with some kind of addiction, where just even starting anew is extremely difficult because you don't know what to do, I'm hearing from Spirit that you guys already have the resources. You already know what you have to do. You just have to take the step to do it. And it can be scary and it can be unknown, but pay attention. Your body is calling you and asking you to do something differently for it. So very, very big message there. And don't procrastinate either. I feel like there's that waiting, that period of waiting for something. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So pay attention. Pay attention. All right, so contracts. All right, got the 8 of Cups. The Seven of Wands. Oh my gosh. And the Four of Swords. Okay, guys. This is turning into a long daily, but that's the way the cards came out, so that's what we're going to go with. You know, this to me is self-defeating. This may actually, I'm getting more of a legal situation. You may find that somebody's just checked out. Like, they're like, I'm done fighting, I'm done arguing, I'm done dealing with this emotionally. This is draining to me. I've always got to be on the defensive. Like, I am moving into a state of healing. Like, this contract, whether it's soulmate, legal, you know, a lease, I mean, it could be anything, right? Like, you're just like, this makes my cups empty. Like, my cups are empty. They're broken. They're battered. They're torn. It's not serving of me. There is nothing here about this situation that is fulfilling. And Spirit's saying you're finding out. So I don't know if there's something you weren't aware of and you're just now finding it out or whatever. But it's like, I feel like the ego is attached to this as well. Like, aha, well, fine then. We'll see. Like, it's very snide. But then there's like, on the other side of that, because to me, this Four of Swords, and this Nine of Pentacles that's laying underneath feels like different energy. Somebody has walked away. I feel like somebody's sitting in a state of regret and confusion as a result of this. But for someone, like, you knew that this was no longer working. So this could be, again, soul contracts. This could be work contracts. This could be all kinds of things, because everything that attached to it was a defensive energy. Everything has just been heavy and it's unbalanced, and it was like walking through it blindly and not knowing what to do. And it's just like, I'm done. Like, you had that aha, like, moment of no more. I'm not doing this anymore. So, you know, for somebody, this may have become very heavy and said, I'm not gonna entertain this bullshit. And for others of you, this may be a situation where, you know, someone's walked away from something and they've left it with you and said, here you go. Like, you want to fight it, you can have it. Like, it's not worth my energy, time, and effort anymore to do this. I kind of want to get another card on this. Give me 1 second. Still having my coffee today, but I have coffee all day long, so it's all good. All right, let's see. Card. I do really feel like this is two people. This is a contract of two people. Card for the first person, please, Spirit. Ooh. Yeah, someone wouldn't open their eyes. Somebody just would not get it together. Like, the knowledge that they had been given was not being... it wasn't being accepted, is how it comes across to me. Like, it wasn't being accepted. And this sacred reverence to me is the other person. You got 11-11. You guys are mirroring each other. And then, oh my God. 11-11. And then underlying that, 22. 11-11 is 22, right? Definitely two people here. Somebody didn't want to get out of their bullshit, and somebody else is going, this doesn't serve me anymore. Like, I'm moving into a sacred space of myself. I'm moving into something new, something that's going to be fulfilling of me. I want to say, though, this is going to come back around. This is not done. Whatever this contract is, it's like a distance. These two people could be at a distance. These two people maybe needed a timeout. April again is coming up. November to April is rolling in. You have 11, 22, November to April, February to April, somewhere in that frame where this is somehow something's going to come back around, because there's a connectivity of that contract that runs deeper than the surface level. Spirit saying caution, though. you're gonna have to be, both parties are gonna have to be fully aware and fully healed before this can take place. And even then, I would be very cautious as to what you do with that. Because if people have not learned a lesson, I don't care what it feels like. It might be okay, shiny, bright, like wishing for that. But behind that, you've got the 5 of Cups and the goddamn 10 of Wands again. It is too hard because nobody, this contract, nobody knows how to, like, I don't want to say nobody, but like potentially nobody can give at the same time. Like, it's not being reciprocated, and there's getting that clarity that surrounds that. Starting anew, you know, they're coming in appearing to be healed. I don't think they are. Again, Spirit's saying a long time. It takes a long time to heal this. So whatever this was for you, it doesn't heal itself overnight. Not at all. Not at all. So, whew. Lots of messages in that today. All right, guys, we're at 26 minutes on the God Blessed Daily Reading, and I've got all of you guys to get through to get your October stuff out. So we're going to wrap this up. If you found that any part of this reading resonated for you, please hit that like button. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe, as well as you're going to get notifications. Guys, I am available for personal readings on a limited basis. Again, that can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. And I appreciate each and every single one of you that tune in on the dailies. And I apologize for my temporary hiatus, but we are back into the groove. So I will see you all very soon. Take care, and sending you all my love and light. Bye.